Is there something that I need to show up with courage today? Courage. What does that word even do in your body? There's physical courage and emotional, moral courage. What we do in our own world, in our own inner world. Tune in to your body, your breath. Do a short somatic inquiry and relaxation around where am I at with courage today? I love exploring these really complex. It's a concept, but it's an experience. It's something that we can work with. It can be a practice. We can practice showing up with courage, expressing or activating our courage, our inner courage to get to know ourselves. By showing up here, each one of us is exhibiting a kind of courage. We're showing up to be present with ourselves, to be conscious. We're practicing kindness and compassion with ourselves and each other. Already we're a little bit out of the so-called norm. And that takes a decision. It takes courage. It takes commitment. It takes exercising our agency. With all of that as the background, notice what your experience is in this moment. Notice what it feels like to breathe. Notice the energy, sensations in your body. Anytime we're looking at anything where there's a continuum or where we're holding ourselves accountable, we're very vulnerable at that to inner critic or shaming. So if there's anything like that going on, well, I'm not very courageous, or I kind of backed away from saying that thing, or whatever that might be, don't let yourself drown in that inner critic or the shaming. Let that move to the background. It's not valid. It's not a part of the mind or the part of the thinking that we need to really take in. Inner critic has a role, but it's not a kind part of us. We don't always have to be at the mercy of the part of us that wants us to play small. Part of courage is to be able to look at that and bring our more adult, loving self to the situation. Notice your whole body from head to toes. Let yourself settle in to your body. Notice your breath. We can circle back to these markers or these foundations of noticing, am I all tight in my body? Are my shoulders braced? Am I clenching my teeth? If I take a few deeper breaths, is there a relief in that? Is there a bit of a nervousness? When I breathe and I soften my belly, then maybe I will have some sensation there that's uncomfortable, and I don't want to feel that. So much of not kind of stepping into our life with courage is about avoiding discomfort. That's something that we all do. Let's watch the thoughts in the mind. Notice what's going on in your mind right now. If you were sitting behind your head and observing the thoughts as they come through, what's the environment in there right now? Sometimes there's a lot of urgency. Other times we can step back and witness more easily. We can notice the energy of thoughts as well as the content. Notice the silences between thoughts. Often there's a second or two at least where there's not much going on. Sometimes we pay attention to part of the body at the same time as we're witnessing thoughts. You might be softening your forehead and eyebrows, your eyes. As we come down into the mouth and jaw, courage and our speech are very closely linked. When we notice the mouth, the jaw, the hinges of the jaw, there might be thoughts come into the mind or sensations, energy. And when we let go of the tension in the jaw and soften our tongue, sometimes the thoughts cooperate and also settle. Notice the sides of your neck, back of your neck, your shoulders. One of the things that we can often do with our shoulders and our neck is to release tension. We could also do a bit of a focus on what does it feel like when I'm acting with courage? Where are my shoulders at that point? Just as we have a shame pose where we're kind of slumped over, we also kind of metaphorically and physically straighten our back when we need to stand for ourselves. Notice if you could have a softness in your neck and shoulders and upper back at the same time as you don't have that kind of floppiness. You've got some presence there. Let your breath be smooth. We're really just noticing what's my experience right now. And bring your attention to the back of your head and neck again, upper back, the sides of your neck, down through your hands and arms. Let yourself feel your limbs, your arms, your legs, your feet. Notice the whole of your body from front and back, top to bottom. There's a form of courage that we use to be present in our body, in our experience, to witness what's going on in our mind, as well as sensations and energy. Some of this is because of stored trauma. And yet we're here and we're present. We might be noticing that our nervous system is taking us off somewhere else, or that we have a lot on our mind and we're not focused as much on our body right now. And then we keep coming back. We're here and we're willing to work on this deeper level, to be present with ourselves. And as you inhale and exhale, let your body be soft. Let go of tension. And at the same time, hold that energy up and present. And we could work with that for a long period of time and keep coming back to that little mini inquiry on courage.